Hello, El Centro IDT students, Internet Development Technology students. This is Francisco Rodriguez, your instructor for this IDT class. I'm going to show you in this short video how to download and install FileZilla. It's an FTP client that you will probably want to use to access your website. It's a fairly quick and easy install, and the FTP client that you're getting, FileZilla, it's actually pretty good. It's free, and it's been working for years. I don't have any issues with it, and I think that students have liked it in the past. I have shared a link with you with this announcement. It's above this page, and it's something like this. This is recorded in 2016, so maybe in the future this has changed. If that is the case and I'm still using this video, I'll be sure to include some links below the video that will allow you to download the files directly from eCampus. Once you get to your page here, be sure to download the version that your computer will be able to use. More likely than not, if you have a new computer, you want to get the Windows 64-bit and get the EXE version. This is zipped. Same thing, except you're going to have to unpack the file from the zip archive, and some people have issues with that. If you have an older computer, more likely than not, you're going to need the 32-bit. If you're uncertain, get the 32-bit for your Windows. It'll work on either one of them. If you have a Macintosh, then you have another option below. And for those very few that use Linux, you wouldn't want to download this. You'd actually would get apt-get or do some sort of a sudo install directly from your client. So I wouldn't worry too much about this page. So I'm going to get the Windows 64-bit. Click on that. Tells me that my download will start shortly, 5 minutes. If you get any offers to subscribe to newsletters, be sure to say no, because who needs that? A window popped up and it tells me, okay, here's the file setup to save. Click on save. It's saving to my downloads. I use the Chrome browser, so I know that I can get to downloads really quick by clicking on this up arrow and tell it to show me the folder. I'll see the rest of my downloads there, and actually I still have a few minutes to go, so I'll pause and I'll come right back, okay? And okay, actually that only took a couple of minutes. It's now downloaded, and I do believe, let me see what it's called, FileZilla. Here's FileZilla Win64 setup. I'll double click on that, tell it, yes, I want to install this, I agree to all the fine print. Not much fine print, but you want to read. Well, if you want to read it, by all means. Don't go for these optional offers. They're usually not very good, or good at all, I should say. So I'm going to say no. Don't protect me. I'll do my own protection. Anyone who uses this computer will be able to access FileZilla, and that's fine. You probably only have one user on your computer, more than likely, so I'll just say anyone, and I'll take the components that come with the default selections. My destination folder, it's going to put in the program files folder. I'm going to click on next and select the start menu folder in which you would like to create the program shortcuts. Well, I use Windows 10, so I'm not too much into shortcuts. I'll just accept what it tells me. You can also say do not create shortcuts, which is probably what I'm going to click on. I'll click install, and hopefully it's only take a couple of minutes, or not even then, just a couple of seconds. It's done. I'll click finish, and it's going to start the program. The program looks a little bit like this. It basically looks like your Windows environment. It's got one directory on the left. This is your local site, and one directory on the right. This will be your remote site. And what does this mean? If this is the first time, your first site, well, there's more instructions in those classes. However, let me walk you through by using the information that was sent to you at the beginning of the semester. I'll start by clicking on the File menu and selecting Site Manager. You can't see it. It says Site Manager. Control S is your shortcut. Then I get a new Site Manager window, and I'm going to create a new site. I'll click on New Site here, and my site is going to be frodriguez.weareidt.com. I'll just specify that as frodriguez. You can call it my site or anything you want. On the right side, I'll type in the information for my host. I'll click inside the host window. It says host. My host is my username frodriguez.weareidt.com. That's also in the information that was sent to you. The protocol that we're using is FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Encryption, I'll just skip right by that. We don't really want to encrypt our site just yet. My logon type, I'll click on where it says anonymous and select normal. My username, mine is truncated to only 8 characters. Yours is whatever username was given to you. The password, once again, the password that was sent, I'll put in mine. Before I click OK, I want to click on the advanced tab because this is going to be important. This is where your website's going to live locally. Also where it lives in the cloud, as it were. Your default local directory, you're going to be choosing one in your computer. It might be on your desktop, it might be on C. If you are unfamiliar with file management using Windows or DOS or Linux or even Mac, please contact me if you have any questions. It's not very hard, but it can turn into a nightmare if you're unaware of where you put your files in your computer. I'm going to click on Browse, and I already have a preset directory for users. This could be your desktop, or this could be even a USB flash drive that you're putting it to. Just be sure to create a new folder for it. I'm going to create a new folder for me. These are just other users in some other classes. I'll create the new folder by clicking on the new folder icon and tell it to create a new folder called frodriguez. I'll tell it to select that folder twice if I have to. And now the default local directory is set in FileZilla. The default remote directory is going to be for all the sites that we use for most of our IDT classes at El Centro and most of the Linux servers in the world, /public_HTML. That just means that this is the part of your site that users can see in the internet. I'm going to skip the next 2 buttons and just tell it to connect. By clicking connect, it'll actually save the information for you so that the next time that you need to access it, it'll be there waiting for you. Now it's giving me some information about the server certificate. I'll click OK to accept it. And well, now it's telling me that a new version of FileZilla is available, although I just downloaded this one. I'm going to close this for now. I'll put in the update later. You might want to do so as well, but in the meantime, I'm going to make sure that on the right side, my remote site is connected. It tells me I'm on public HTML. I already have a file there. It's called index.html, and on my local side, it's empty. If this is your first time setting it up, setting the server up, then you will not have any files on either side of this. I'll right-click on index.html, and I get a contextual menu. It tells me I can download. So I'll click on download, and that gives me a copy in my local folder. I could navigate to that folder. I'll click on my Windows Explorer, and I believe I have it in my OneDrive, saying in my fall directory, and this is I'm at 2415, and there's frodriguez, and here's my index, and that's where the files will be. Because I am doing this in FileZilla, though, I don't need to be going back and forth with these directories. I'll close that. Most of my file management I'll do within FileZilla. This works very much like Windows does. So once you get used to it, you can pretty much manage all your files using FileZilla locally and remotely. So that's pretty much it. We have downloaded and installed FileZilla and connected a server to it, and now we can upload and download. If you're going to do a WordPress install, then please consult that video in this series of videos. Thank you.